Hi guys. So today I wanted to talk about resiliency. Resiliency is important because it was the concept that will help each of us get through whatever comes our way. So whether it's a pandemic, whether it is losing a family member, whether it's losing a job, um, relapsing on drugs or alcohol, especially right now with all of this going on, resiliency is what gets us all through. So, what is resiliency? There are 7 factors for resiliency. These are true for adults and children. The first one is being insightful. So, to me, what being insightful means is looking at what's going on right now. I'm feeling challenged right now personally. My insight, looking at what's challenging me without overthinking it, because we're all overthinking right now. So I don't need to overthink. So what I do is I bring up the word insight. I want to be insightful right now. My insight is showing me that I'm feeling a lot of pressure to be the rock in my home because I'm the one that's educated on mental health, right? I'm the one that's educated on behavior. And so I'm feeling a lot of pressure to be the person in my house that keeps us all balanced while also being balanced, while also helping my clients be balanced. So my insight has shown me that that's really stressful for me, that I'm wanting to be the rock. So there gives me a challenge, right? So my next one is independence. How am I going to remain independent to remain resilient? I am not going to make Joshua responsible for my happiness right now. I'm not going to make the kids responsible for staying calm and collected right now, because that can't be expected of them. So, independently, what am I going to do to help relieve that pressure that the insight taught me that I'm feeling? So, I have to be independent in that. I have to rely on myself. I can't be codependent and rely on my kids and Joshua to create an atmosphere in this home that is calm. Now, they can't rely on me to do it either, but that's where we're at. They are relying on me. So there we go. So independently, what I'm going to do is do my meditation, is read my People magazine, is eat a little more chocolate than I normally would. I'm going to go ahead and do 5 minutes of yoga, even though I really, really don't want to. But how I talked about the other day, being intentional, how do I intend for my house to be balanced if I don't intend to do any of the things that will help with that? That's just the facts. Third, relationships. Having relationships is part of being resilient. So I'm really having to go outside the box and have webcam sessions with my friends. I am texting people and talking to people I don't normally, just to kind of keep myself engaged. But I really like to be alone, and so being on camera has been stretching outside of my comfort zone. But it's just like, I don't want to take Motrin to hurt my kidneys, but I do want to take Motrin to relieve headache, or to relieve my shoulder pain from surgeries. I can't want the pain to go away but not do anything about it and expect it to go away. I can, but it's not going to help anybody. So my relationships are having to be tested a little bit, and I'm having to be creative with those, but it's paying off. It's weird, but it's paying off. The fourth factor of resiliency is having initiative. I have to take the initiative to have, one, the insight about what's challenging me. I have to take the initiative for two, to be independent and do what it takes for me to stay balanced or sane when people are relying on me. Four, or three, for relationships, I have to take the initiative to make those connections with relationships. I have to. People cannot just come to my doorstep right now. So I have to reach out and make that initiative. Five, being creative. Being creative helps with resiliency. So one of the things I had one of the kids do was a collage. We went through all my psychology magazines and People magazines and all of that, and we're being creative with how we're being resilient. So one thing you can do is, on one part of the board right here, put things of what it was like before the pandemic, before we got isolated, before we're facing this. The middle part can be what it's like right now. So Elle put a lot of stuff about Schitt's Creek. She's coping by watching a lot of Schitt's Creek. And then on here, put what you would, on the third section, what you would like it to be like when this is over. What are you looking forward to? So it may seem cheesy, but for a moment you get to kind of engage your brain in that hopefulness that this will end, we will all get free again, earth will open, and this is what I'm looking forward to. So she's looking forward to making cookies, going to the store, buying any ingredients we want. All there's all kinds of stuff, friendships, doing stuff. So it gives us something to look forward to and reminds us that there is an end to this. The sixth one is humor. If you're lucky and funny as hell like me, it helps. But um, God, cutting loose, chilling out, giving yourself a break. We've been doing some face exercises. So I'm like real tense. I get like this. I don't know what you guys do when you get stressed, but my shoulders go up like this and I clench. So I've been doing face exercises and I'm like, just weird stuff like that. You got to not take ourselves too serious right now. So if it's dancing, if it's having your kids dance and then you do a dance move just like them, because you will look ridiculous and they will tell you that you look ridiculous, and just laugh about it. Teach them your old dances. I'm teaching the kids the Cabbage Patch. I'm teaching them the sprinkler. I'm teaching them all kinds of stuff. And then 4, morality. Morally, where are you in this? Are you doing the right things? Are you being socially conscious? Are you putting aside small things for these bigger things that are more important with connecting? If you are behaving more aligned with what you believe in, you're going to feel better right now. If you give in to the fear and the panic and the anxiety, you're going to feel a certain way about yourself and you're not going to feel great. So again, to be resilient and to get through things like this, or really small bumps in the road like you have a flat tire, or all the way to you are in a quarantine and you are in a global pandemic. Resiliency matters for all of them. So the factors for resiliency, again, are 1, being insightful, 2, having independence, being independent, 3, working on your relationships, 4, taking the initiative on all of these things, 5, being creative, 6, being funny, and 7 is being moral, or being aligned with who you are during this crisis and finding out who you are during this crisis. So I hope that helps. Let me know if there's what the next topic needs to be, and you guys hang in there. Okay? Thanks.